ManageRegister makes it incredibly easy to manage your work orders. You can start off with form templates. So here we have an example intake form. Let's say that we also want to have a release form. You can just create that, put in your verbiage here. Right, and then we can start adding some fields here. We're going to say, let's say that we want a signature here, and it's going to be the employee signature. We could even have it this way, and then we have another signature, customer signature. Say that's 50%. We're going to make both of those required. And then let's also have, just so we can have some images here. We're going to go ahead and create. So now we have the two signatures there. We also have the two forms. So then we're going to go to work order, new work order. Customer, this will automatically sync with your Manage Memberships members. Here we can choose the technician we want to assign to it. Here the customer would give us information about their firearm. All right, we just make this test example up here. Briefly describe kind of what's broken with the gun, or maybe something's not even broken. Maybe this is just, put an optic on or something like that. You can add multiple firearms. Labor and pricing here, we could say we can go ahead and put this in here. Customer visible notes, let's just go ahead and we can leave that alone. Now here, we can go back and forth if things need to happen to it. We can add individual items on there. We're going to go ahead and click recalculate totals. That gives us our total balance due. Let's say we want to have them pay a deposit. We can definitely have them do that. Sometimes this may be helpful for items such as, installing an optic, right? When we go in here, let's just say we're going to do 25 for the deposit amount. Here I'm in test mode. I'm going to make sure I'm on a register. Get our $25. Pay it. Okay. So now we can go back to our work orders. We see this open one here. It lets us know that we have received a $25 deposit. Got a $25 balance due. If I want to, I can add notes. Say, waiting for tool. Something like that, right? And so this would show up on the report if we want to go ahead and we can print the quote. Right, it gives us this nice little output here. Deposit paid, 25, balance due. Okay. Let's see, okay. And so then now we can also add a gunsmithing form. So this would probably be done before you accept the deposit, right? But lets us know, here's where the customer will see it. If you have a touchpad or something, the customer can sign here. Right? Save the signature. If we want to add intake images, we can do that as well. Go ahead and save the form. Then we go back to our work order. And we can see on our gunsmithing forms, if we see here, this was gunsmithing intake was completed December 2nd. We can view it. We can see that, okay, yep, here are the images. That's there. That information will also show up when we go to print the final receipt. Okay, so let's just say, we finally have done the work. we've finally done the work. We're going to go ahead and update the status to completed. I'm going to put in a note here, completed trigger work. Okay, now that we have a status of completed, it's not picked up, we are going to add a gunsmithing form. Say the customer comes and picks it up, right? Here we go. The undersigned employee has completed the work described. The customer accepts the work. The employee can sign. Then the customer can sign. Here we can add, again, an outgoing image. We're going to save our signatures. Save form. Back to work order. We can collect payment now. Making sure it says, 25 is our due amount. And it automatically did that math for us there. Collect our 25, no change, pay it. Now we could do print receipt there. That just shows that would show the 25 collected. On the work order side of things, first thing to notice is it does mark it as picked up. So we have that as our actual status there. And if we want, we can print a receipt. And you can choose not to print some of this extra stuff, but the benefit here is, it gives us our number, completed, when it was completed, when it was picked up, customer name, all this information, the different firearm, if there are, separate firearms in there, form responses. It gives us a breakdown of the gunsmithing release form, gunsmithing intake form, signatures and outgoing images that are there. And there you have it. So yeah, easier, more trackable way of managing your work orders in ManageRegister.